Whoa, the light looks a little psychedelic. But I kinda like it, I'm gonna keep it. Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm gonna take you to my journey to the Gay Mecca, which is San Francisco. It all started one Saturday when my friend Ethan, which he was in a video a while ago, and we decided to go to San Francisco in order to go to San Francisco Gay Pride. So we got ourselves equipped with lots of resources to endure the 6-hour drive. When we got there, we decided to walk around and check, what was going on, what type of events were going on, and then we were asked to do something that I don't really do, because
Okay, this is Luis, and he is all tied up.
So Ethan and I ended up in bondage in the middle of somewhere in San Francisco, and everyone was taking pictures of us and asking us if it hurt. It was really uncomfortable. I ended up with like marks around my arms for like the rest of the day. And then they put pins in our bodies, which was kind of painful actually, and then we had to like grab it with each other's mouth, and I couldn't record that because I was tied up, so I can only tell you what happened. Plus, the guy said that it wasn't a good show, and then the guy dared to say, it's like, oh, I'm sorry everyone, that wasn't such an entertaining show. Excuse me, there were two very attractive men in bondage trying to bite each other's chest and belly, abdominal area. That was hot as hell. I don't know what he was talking about. But anyway, we kept going and we found a little place where a lot of people were dancing. We decided to dance a bit. A lot of them either. We decided to walk towards the Castro district, which is the gay district in San Francisco. When we got there just in time for the Dyke March. The Dyke March, if you don't know what it was basically a large group of lesbians gathered on motorcycles driving around the streets of San Francisco to just show how proud they are of being themselves. It was beautiful. It was great. All the people, all those women, they looked amazing, they looked so badass. It made me wish I was a lesbian with a motorcycle. Or just a lesbian, actually. But anyway, afterwards we had plans of going out and, doing some other shenanigans, but we just fell asleep by the time we realized it was the day after, so whoops. So we decided to go to downtown San Francisco, which was very close to the place that we were staying. We got there for the beginning of the parade, and it all started with more lesbians and motorcycles. It looked amazing, the engine sounded amazing, all the women looked amazing. I just felt so empowering to see all these women. A lot of them were like topless and were like, fuck you world, I'm a lesbian, I'm a woman, I drive a motorcycle, and I love it. And I love that. But we also saw a couple of men on motorcycles, and they didn't disappoint. There were some really great motorcycles. Then the actual parade started with all the floats and all, like, the people. And we got to see a lot of, like, companies from, like, everywhere, and organizations, and it was really, really cool. From little bars to everything. And most of these floats had plenty of gay men and women. I don't know if they were gay, but they were all very, very hot indeed. Then, some people make appearances in this type of parades, and they are on top of a convertible or a really nice car. And I was really excited when I saw those, not because I knew who they were. I think I only knew one of the people that were actually in the cars. But I was really excited by some of the car choices. You know, a lot of people were like disappointing. I was like, you're like the mayor of who knows where. You should have chosen better. But some people actually did a good job, and those are the pictures that I took. And I liked the Shelby, I liked the Audis, and then the little Volkswagen. The highlight of the parade was when I saw Willem and Vicky Vox. It was great. I waved at Vicky Vox, and then she waved at me, and then I blew her a kiss, and then she went like this. And it was amazing. I loved it. I don't know why. It reminded me of that part in Mean Girls when they were like, Regina George once punched me in the face. It was awesome. And yeah, I felt like Vicky and I made a connection. And then, after probably the longest parade that I've ever seen, it lasted for hours. It started at around 10:30-ish, and then it went on for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I felt bad for the people that came on after like the third hour, because, you know, not a lot of people were paying attention, and I bet they had plenty of great things to be proud of. After the parade, we found all these like dancing places, like in the middle of like some streets. They had, you know, music blasting, and people were dancing and just like being cool and like really gay. And we found this one with real like a lot of hip hop and rap, and you know, I'm not really a hip hop rap type of person. I do listen to a lot of it, but you know, it's not really the type of music that I get down to. But you know, just went with it, had fun. But then, like, these girls started to have a fight. And you know, normal people would be like, oh my gosh, a fight, let's go away, we don't want to get into trouble or like get punched in an accident. The reaction that Ethan and I had was like, oh my gosh, that was our first fight! We were really excited. We felt like, you know, we grew as people. Then we went into another dancing booth where they played music that was a little more familiar to me. I knew like one of the songs that they were playing rather than none of them. And then afterwards we decided to sit down, find a quiet place, because we both had missed calls from our mothers, so we decided that it'd be a good idea to check in with them, and so that they wouldn't flip and like get a nervous breakdown. And then, you know, we sit for a while to relax after all the standing and dancing. We sat down, and then a lot of people started like running. We thought, you know, like, it's like, whoa, is there like a psycho with a gun, or what is happening? And the normal reaction of everyone would just be like, okay, go away. And that's when curiosity kills the cat. We decided to walk towards whatever was happening. We never really found out what happened, but we worked towards it. And then in the middle of our little journey to whatever happened, we were like, wait, everyone's like running away. That was our YOLO moment, and now that I think about it, that was really stupid. We should have just like stayed where we were and like grabbed a hot dog or whatever. That's another thing. There were hot dog stands everywhere. I don't know if like why. Is that like a penis related thing, or why were there so many hot dog stands? They all looked really good because they were like little sausages wrapped in bacon. Damn. But anyway, afterwards, after all the chaos was like handled, we found a drag queens and porn stars, and it was rather magical. Then after a while, we decided to walk around the city to explore the city, because neither Ethan and I had ever been to San Francisco, so we decided to walk around, look at the architecture, and like buildings and stores and see, what San Francisco is all about. We ended up getting in a part of San Francisco that was very sketchy. It made me question why people love San Francisco so much. But then, I found one of the reasons why San Francisco was considered the gay Mecca, and it's that. That was the street. The street was glittering. Like, how gay is that? Then after some exploring and appreciating and respecting the beauty and culture of San Francisco, we decided to call it a day, because we had to get ready to drive back to Santa Barbara. But we decided that we could not leave San Francisco without visiting the one marvel of California, which is the Golden Gate. We decided to just drive to it and, take pictures with it. We decided to take some pictures. We saw a lot of the history of the Golden Gate, which was very interesting. And then, once we were about to leave, we found it. Ethan and I found the Gay Mecca. Past the Golden Gate Bridge, there was a little tunnel that looked like that, and that's when we realized that as gay men, we had to fulfill our duties in life. But all kidding aside, the first couple of days, I didn't really find much charm in San Francisco. But towards the last night and the last day, I realized why people loved it so much. It's a beautiful place filled with lots of cultures in such a small place, which is truly remarkable. Plus, all the history of the city is just something amazing. I do see now why people call it the Gay Mecca, and it's a very, very gay city, to be honest. And I'm not calling San Francisco the Gay Mecca just because I want everyone to visit. I know some people, it's like hard for people, some people don't really want to come to America, some people don't really care. But I will say that if you ever get the chance to visit San Francisco, take it. Take that opportunity, because San Francisco is a city that grows very fast on you. After that glorious journey, we headed back to Santa Barbara. To Santa Barbara, California. My one and only. And talking about Santa Barbara, a couple of weeks later, I was reunited with my friend Leilani, which was in a video a while ago. We got reunited in the Santa Barbara Pride Festival. I know this is a video with lots of gay pride, but, well, that's what the title said, so I bet you were all expecting that. It was a great little festival compared to the one in San Francisco, and they had a lot of great, small and big artists, like Julie Cruz and a lot of other bands, and bands as big as Expose. I should throw it right there. And all of them looked hot. They were all very, very, very beautiful performers. Then, mixing with the music was some drag queen extravaganza, where a lot of local drag queens did performance that wowed me and the crowd. All those queens had talent. A lot of talent. A lot, all their dancing, their lip syncing, it was flawless. A lot of these bitches should be on RuPaul's Drag Race, and actually, one of them is trying to get up there, so we'll keep you updated. It's this one. I'm gonna put it right there in case this actually happens. I could be like, yeah. And I know her, see? We're in a picture together. But then, the performance that took my breath away was the one and only Latrice Royale. It was a flawless performance. I got to touch Latrice with this one hand. Don't worry, I'm still gonna wash it. So a lot of people, I don't get why people are like, I'm never gonna wash this hand again. I'm still gonna wash it. I'm just gonna, have a little memory to it. And it was flawless. And of course, me being me, I made sure I was in the very first row. And of course, me being me, a lot of this happened. It was Pride, and there were fierce people out there, so I did what everyone else would have done. But from all that fun came a little price. I don't know if you can tell. Oh my gosh, you can't tell. That looks like I'm wearing a tank top underneath a tank top. I ended up with a horrible sunburnt. Well, I can speak, I swear. And my shoulders have never hurt this bad. But, well. It was a lot of fun. This past few weeks have been very gay, very proud, very amazing, very fun, very everything. So, thank you for everyone that watched that. This was more on like a personal note, but I decided to post it because I'm taking the time to edit this, so I might as well just put it out there for others to see. And if you have seen my last video where I opened a package from Jessica, look at where all the postcards are. Okay. They're right there. And my vision board. I have a vision board right in the back of my head when I fall asleep so that I can keep in mind those good things. And that will be my question for today. What do you do to motivate yourself? I have a vision board and beautiful people that surround me, like my mother, well, family and friends, and this little guy right here. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and yeah, more videos coming soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.